Right, to help you with the current assignment on monsters, I thought I'd just show you how we can maybe draw some monsters in 3D using the shapes that we looked at in the first two assignments that were set. So I've got a cylinder. I'm going to make that my body. I'm going to have maybe a curly arm coming out here, another curly arm coming out here, maybe a cylinder for the neck, another cylinder, could be big googly eyes here and here, and then I'm going to have maybe spring feet coming out here. Put some controls on, and that's one monster. Let's have a look at a different type. I could draw a cube this time. That's going to be my body. Let's have some cylinders for the arms, cylinders for the legs, maybe some controls on here, and then I'm going to have a twirly neck, and I'm going to have a cube as the head with some great big eyes and maybe some little antennae coming up there. So there's two types of monster using the squares and the cylinders that we've used just now. Let's move on to doing some monsters in a different way. Now, I've done some research for some friendly monsters, and the monsters I like are the ones from Monsters Inc. So I've looked on a computer, printed some monsters off, and I've stuck the ones that I like and I want to inspire my designs on the top of the sheet. So that's going to help me with my design ideas. So there's two monsters I've decided to draw. One is this one here, which has got sort of crabbed legs, horns, and this one here, which, if you look, I've used this monster and developed it into one with two faces. One smiles, one's very sad. So they're going to fight against each other. So that's my kind of monster. But it's quite tricky doing them in 3D. So with this one, what I've drawn is when you've got the legs, the first leg looks like it's in front of the body. So I'm going to show where it joins the body. I'm going to go over it fairly firmly. And then the ones at the back, the rear legs, I'm not going to see where they join the body. So I'm just showing a bit of the leg coming out from behind the monster. Then what I'll do, all the lines that are the outline of the body, I'm just going to go over a bit harder, a bit thicker, just so they stand out. So any line that is showing the outline of the monster, I'm just going to go over more heavy. We've got some ears there, and obviously the nose by there. So that's got that element of 3D now. The legs at the back are behind, the legs at the front, you can see, so it gives it that thickness. With this one here, slightly trickier, is because it's basically the legs are going to be a tube, and then it's going to be a big balls of fluff for the heads with it. Make it look 3D. What you can do is make it look as though it's standing on a table. So if I draw this line like that, it now looks like the monster's standing on something, standing on a piece of wood, standing on a table, and that gives it that element of 3D. What I'm going to do is go over the lines as well, because if you go over the lines a bit thicker, again, that just makes the profile of it stand out a bit more. Take your time, but remember it is a sketch, so don't take too long on it, because we would develop our idea on our next page. And these arms are going to be at the front of the monster, so I'm going to do the outline of those arms, and there's the join where it goes into the monster. Same with this arm. Go over it heavy. His leg is going to go behind his arm, so I'm not going to do the thick line across his arm. So now the arm looks in front of the monster. Same here. Nice and heavy. And again, don't go under there, just go behind it. Okay, so that monster looks like it's 3D. I'm going to add some annotation, so I'm going to do an arrow here saying very sad monster, and then here very happy monster. Okay, and they say they share arms and legs. So I could do some arrows to the legs and to the arms like that. Okay, so 3D, I've made that look like it's standing on a table. emphasised the background of the monster going heavy around it. This one, the rear legs look like they're behind the front legs. You can actually see where they join the monster. Have fun.